Hey there, amazing people. I'm thrilled to have you here today. Welcome to our video on Ardross horse. We're thrilled to have you here. Ardross 27 May 1976 19 February 1994 was an Irish-bred thoroughbred racehorse and sire. Racing at age 3, he got his first significant win in the Gallinule Stakes at the Curragh. He also lost by a head to Akiyda in the 1982 Prix Royal-Oak de Triomphe, the final race of his career. Ardross first raced for Ireland's Paddy Prendergast and, after his death, was bought by Charles St George and trained by Henry Cecil in England, winning 14 of his 24 starts, 13 of them coming at pattern level. He twice won the Ascot Gold Cup and the Yorkshire Cup. His other major successes came in the Prix Royal-Oak, the Doncaster Cup, and the Goodwood Cup. Before moving to Newmarket, he was runner-up to the Henry Cecil-trained Le Moss in the Ascot Gold Cup. As we transition, let's shed light on background and its relevance to our ongoing exploration. Ardross was bred by trainer Paddy Prendergast for his American owner Elizabeth Ireland Poe, who was also the breeder of Meadow Court. His sire was Run the Gauntlet, a son of US Racing Hall of Fame inductee Rolf. His dam, La Melody, was a daughter of Le Moss. Get ready for a captivating exploration as we unravel the layers of 1979 three-year-old season and their profound significance. Ardross finished and placed over 10 furlongs on his Rassicas debut and then created an upset when winning the Group 2 Gallinule Stakes at the Curragh by 2 lengths from Palestine. As a result of his success, he was required to carry a 7-pound weight penalty when he was sent to England to contest the King Edward VII Stakes at Royal Ascot. He finished and placed behind Elamon Amau and did not race again in 1979. Brace yourself for an in-depth analysis as we navigate through 1980, four-year-old season and its far-reaching implications. Ardross finished and placed over 10 furlongs on his first appearance as a 4-year-old and was then moved up in distance for the Saddlebeg Stakes at Leopardstown Rassicas. Racing over a distance of 2 miles, he established himself as a contender for the major staying races with a 6-length victory over Croghan Hill. At Royal Ascot in June, Ardross started at odds for Britain's premier long-distance event, the Ascot Gold Cup over 2.5 miles. He was always in touch with the leaders and produced a sustained challenge in the straight but failed by 3/4 of a length to overhaul Le Moss. In the Goodwood Cup the following month, Le Moss and Ardross dominated the race, with the former prevailing by a neck after a prolonged struggle. The third and final meeting of the two stayers came in the Doncaster Cup in September. The result was the same, with Le Moss holding off the challenge of Ardross to win by a neck. In October, Ardross was matched against the Jockey Club Stakes winner More Light in the Jockey Club Cup at Newmarket Rassicas. Starting the favourite and ridden for the first time by Lester Piggott, he appeared beaten 2 furlongs from the finish but produced a strong late run to win by 1.5 lengths. On his final appearance of the season, Ardross was sent to France for the Prix Royal-Oak over 3,100 metres in which he finished third to the 3-year-old filly Gold River. Ardross was never beaten again at a distance beyond 1.5 miles. Now, let's dig deeper into 1981 5-year-old season and unveil the hidden treasures it holds within. For the 1981 season, Ardross raced in the ownership of Charles St George and was sent to England to be trained at Newmarket by Henry Cecil. He began his season in the Yorkshire Cup in May, when he started at odds of and won by 3 lengths from Nicholas Bill. In the Ascot Gold Cup, he faced 3 opponents, only one of whom, the filly Shoot a Line, was given any chance against him. Starting at odds of, he was sent into the lead by Piggott with half a mile to run and won by a length from Shoot a Line. The Goodwood Cup attracted a bigger field, including the Queen Alexandra Stakes winner Donegal Prince and the Sedgwick Handicap winner Popsy's Joy. Ardross won by a length from Donegal Prince at odds of, becoming the shortest priced winner of the race since 1935. Having dominated the stayers, Ardross was moved down in distance for the Geoffrey Freer Stakes over 13 furlongs at Newbury Racecourse in August. Despite a slow early pace, he drew away in the straight to win by 5 lengths from Castle Keep and Cut Above. The form of the race was boosted when Cut Above defeated Curragh in the Street Leger Stakes a month later. In October, Ardross contested France's most prestigious race, the Prix Royal-Oak de Triomphe, over 2,400 metres at Longchamp. Drawn disadvantageously in 24 of 24 on the wide outside, he started at odds of and proved the best of the British challengers, finishing 5th behind Gold River, Bicola, April Run, and Perrault. Among the horses finishing behind Ardross were Argument, Akiyda, King's Lake, Blue Wind, Cut Above, Detroit, Ring the Bell, and Beldel Flutter. 3 weeks later, Ardross faced Gold River for the 3rd time in the Prix Royal-Oak. He took the lead on the final turn and drew clear of the field to win by 4 lengths from Prastil, with Gold River a further 2.5 lengths back in 3rd, becoming the first older horse to win the race, which had been restricted to 3-year-olds until 1979. As we progress, let's zoom in on 1982, 6-year-old season, and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. Ardross began his 6-year-old season by dropping back to 1.5 miles for the Jockey Club Stakes at Newmarket in April. Starting at odds of, he won from Glint of Gold and Aminders. In the following month, he claimed his 2nd Yorkshire Cup, carrying top weight and winning by a length and a short head from Capson and Little Wolf. Later in May, he again successfully conceded weight to Capstan to win the Henry II Stakes over 2 miles at Sandown Park Racecourse. On 17 June, Ardross started favourite for his attempt to win a 2nd Ascot Gold Cup. His only opponents were the French-trained horses El Badra and Tipperary Fixer, 1st and 2nd in the Prix du Cadran, the Irish 6-year-old Nolino and the Swedish-trained Zudo, making up the smallest field for the race in 60 years. Piggott settled the favourite in 4th place as Zudo made the pace from El Badra and Nolino. Nolino took the lead on the final turn, but Ardross moved up quickly on the inside to take the lead 2 furlongs from the finish and won by 3 lengths and a neck from Tipperary Fixer and El Badra. It was a 4th successive win in the race for Henry Cecil and an 11th for Piggott. Ardross was dropped back in distance for the Princess of Wales's Stakes at Newmarket in July. Carrying top weight on firm ground, he finished 3rd behind Height of Fashion and Aminders. He missed the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Dinan Stakes before returning to form with comfortable wins in the Geoffrey Freer Stakes and the Doncaster Cup in the autumn. He ran 2nd in his last try and final race ever, at winning the Prix Royal-Oak de Triomphe, where he was narrowly beaten ahead by the French filly Akiyda. In this segment, we'll be unravelling the complexities of assessment and exploring its multifaceted nature. In their book A Century of Champions, based on a modified version of the time form system, John Randall and Tony Morris rated Ardross a superior Ascot Gold Cup winner and the 3rd best British or Irish trained horse foaled in 1976 behind Troy and Chris. In the next segment, we'll be exploring the stud career and its implications for our subject matter. When he went to stud, Ardross was syndicated for £2 sterling million, but none of his progeny came anywhere near his level of ability. His best flat horses were Curragh Bay Gordon Stakes and the filly Filia Ardross. Overall, he did better as a sire of jumpers, with the champion hurdle winner Alderbrook, Ansem, Young Kenny, and Axo to his credit. Curragh Bay sired Conagry, who won the 2015 Cheltenham Gold Cup. Ardross died of a heart attack at age 18 on 19 February 1994 at Southcourt Stud in Leighton Buzzard, Bedfordshire, England. Your feedback helps me improve, so please take a moment to leave a comment or review.